Out of the box, Microsoft Dynamics Finance and Supply Chain Management supports the use of barcode scanning only with the deployment of advanced warehousing. For organizations with simpler warehousing requirements, Sikich has developed the Warehousing Lite Power App. This application requires minimal setup, runs on any supported iOS, Android, or Windows device, and supports a range of transactions including sales picking, purchase order receiving and inspection, a number of inventory transactions, as well as label printing. Inside of Finance and Supply Chain Management, the mobile app requires very little setup. Users are added to the mobile app users form by specifying their entry ID and default legal entity. The application supports multiple legal entities as well as provides the ability to change their current entity from within the application. Within each legal entity, a user's default site and warehouse also need to be specified. Once logged onto the Power App, the app displays the user's profile picture in the left-hand side and the current legal entity in the middle of the title bar. Via the gear settings icon on the right-hand side, a user can change their current site, warehouse, or the legal entity that they are transacting in. Within the inventory menu, the app supports a number of commonly used transactions. We'll start by looking at the on-hand inquiry. The user's default site and warehouse are pre-populated on most transaction screens from their user settings, and only an item number needs to be entered. The app supports scanning via the device's camera. As the barcode is entered or scanned, the item is validated in real time and its product name shown if valid, and if not, an error is displayed. Once complete, we can hit the Inquire button and in real time pull back the on-hand detail for this item from Finance and Supply Chain Management. Next, let's look at the inventory transfer transaction. Much like the on-hand inquiry, the warehouse is pre-populated from the user's default settings, and only location, deal, and quantity need to be entered. Note the batch and serial tracked items are supported, and those fields are enabled automatically if the item's dimension group configuration requires them. As we post, an inventory transfer journal is created and posted in real time in D365. We can validate the transaction by looking at the on-hand inquiry again through the application, and we can also look at the transaction from inside of Finance and Supply Chain Management. Next, we'll look at sales order picking. We'll start inside of D365 and have a quick look at our sales order. On our sales order, we have a single item, M0005, for a quantity of 5. The item is set to be picked from our same site and warehouse that we have been using so far, Site 1, Warehouse 12. And you'll see we have also posted our picking list for the sales order, creating picking route 00064. Inside of the Power App, we go to our sales menu and then our sales pick transaction. We enter our picking route number, and as we enter that, the app displays the sales order number, customer name, and delivery name. We then proceed on to the pick screen. On the screen, we either scan or enter our product number, site and warehouse default as previously. We enter the location we're picking the product from, and then we confirm the quantity that we have picked and hit post. Confirmation that the pick was successful is displayed in the application, and we can validate that pick was successful back inside of D365. The transaction is completed as it would be if we had picked through the user interface. Moving on to purchase orders, we'll take a look at purchase order receiving. We'll start again by looking at our purchase order inside of D365. On this particular purchase order, we'll see we have a quantity of 100 units of our M0005 item, and we have confirmed our purchase order. Inside of the Power App, we'll go to our purchasing menu and to our product receipt transaction. We first enter the purchase order number, and then we enter our receipt number. We then hit register receipts and move on to where we can enter each product that we're receiving. We first scan or type in our product number, confirm the location we're receiving into, the quantity that we're receiving, in this case 10 out of 100 purchased, and then we hit register. We are able to register multiple items on the purchase order in one hit, so the screen blanks out the item number, location, and quantity. And when we complete our registration process, we hit post, which will post our product receipt back in D365. Switching back to D365, we can first take a look at our inventory transactions and see the result of the product receipt posting. We can see that we have two transactions. One transaction's received, quantity of 10, and then we have our remaining 90 on status ordered. We can then look at our posted product receipts, and that looks as you would expect. Next, we'll look at our purchase line inspection. This allows us to take a photograph of products as we receive it in, and that photograph is attached to the document handling record for that purchase order line. As you can see, we again enter our purchase order and then the item that we're inspecting. If we tap on the camera icon, the camera on the device is activated, which we can use to take a photograph of the packaging or the goods that we're receiving. And then when we hit upload, that picture is uploaded to the document attachment record on that purchase order line. Switching back to Dynamics, if we go to our purchase order, we can see as we select our purchase order line, our paperclip icon shows a 1, indicating one record is attached, and we can see the image that we just took from the Power App.